Even the healthiest restaurants fail to meet national nutrition guidelines. Their secrets drive up palatability while reducing food costs and consumer health. And I'm still surprised that more people don't know about this. What are their secrets? How are they impacting your health? And what can you do about it? Well, let's get into it. I walked into Original Grain last Friday for lunch. It's a restaurant in downtown Rochester that highlights authentic ingredients and fresh food. It's one of my favorite restaurants and one of the healthiest in the area. But like most restaurants, they cater to a large population that requires them not to push the health envelope too far. While menu items appear to be healthy and straightforward, it's harder to understand what's behind them. An immune boost smoothie has sweet potato, pineapple, and mango included. But what's harder to grasp is a less emphasized note: that all smoothies contain coconut milk, yogurt, and simple syrup. Coconut milk is one of the least healthy plant-based milks because of its high saturated fat content. It's almost as bad as cow's milk. The yogurt is harder to analyze because the ingredients are unknown. Is it sweetened, salted, or high in fat? I'm not sure, but I do have a better idea of simple syrup after Googling it. It's pure sugar. What appeared healthy with sweet potato, mango, and pineapple is now more of a dessert. This isn't unique to Original Grain, it's prevalent in the restaurant industry. They find sneaky ways to include unhealthy ingredients like added sugar. It's almost ubiquitous for retail smoothies to contain added sugar. It's also found commonly in sauces, dressing, and even vegetables. And according to the CDC, drinking too many added sugars can contribute to health problems such as weight gain and obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Most Americans need to consume fewer added sugars. Isn't it ironic that healthy restaurants are adding what the CDC says should be avoided? Luckily, in the case of Original Grain, you can at least ask them to skip the simple syrup. Another favorite restaurant of mine is Core Life Eatery. They're focused on healthy, active lifestyles and have expanded to over 15 locations in New York. They've asked, what if there were a place that sought out the best foods available? Why should it be so hard for someone to find food that tastes great without feeling like they have to give up their health to get it? That kind of place is Core Life. Well, according to the American Heart Association, the average American consumes 3,400 milligrams of salt per day. That's over double their recommendation and over quadruple the body's optimal level of intake. They recommend limiting sodium to reduce blood pressure and heart disease risk. Surely a place like Core Life would achieve this, right? As to not cherry pick the menu and select a meaty, high sodium meal, let's go with the first vegan option available: sriracha, ginger, tofu, and quinoa. It's a 400 calorie meal that meets 20% of the recommended daily caloric intake. Ideally, we'd expect a calorie to sodium ratio of less than 1:1, or in this case, less than 400 milligrams of sodium. It has 606 milligrams. That's 50% more than the optimal intake for sodium, while only consuming 20% of the calories. And this is one of their lower sodium options. A side of their roasted potatoes is 630 milligrams of sodium. One of their spicy chicken bowls, without dressing, is 1,950 milligrams of sodium. Why would a healthy restaurant like Core Life add so much sodium? Salt heightens flavor, reduces bitterness, and enhances sweetness. Not only does it taste great, but it's cheap, extends shelf life, and binds to water, making it weigh more. So you pay more for a heavier package. If healthy restaurants didn't add so much sodium, you'd enjoy it less and they'd profit less. It's almost a requirement for healthy restaurants to succeed. Luckily, in the case of Core Life, you can build a custom bowl that avoids their higher sodium dressings and ingredients. Finally, I decided to Google the healthiest restaurant chains in America. Number 8 on the top resulting list was Chipotle. With over 2,000 locations nationwide, they market themselves with whole, superior ingredients. So I decided to build my typical Chipotle order: a burrito with sofritas, brown rice, black beans, guacamole, salsa, veggies, and lettuce. It's as healthy as it could be by avoiding meat, queso, cheese, and sour cream. But how healthy is it really? I decided to use their nutrition calculator to find out. 1,090 calories is more than half of my daily recommended intake. 2,630 milligrams of sodium is almost double what the American Heart Association recommends as their upper limit. But what's easy to forget is saturated fat. This burrito contains 7 grams of saturated fat, which is about 50% of the American Heart Association's daily limit. I could have easily surpassed this if I had added carnitas, queso, cheese, or sour cream. Saturated fat increases cholesterol and body fat. In general, consumption should be limited. But commonly, restaurants will cook their ingredients in butter and oil. And this isn't listed listed on the menu, so it's almost impossible to determine. They'll also top their dishes with meat and cheese. This causes healthy restaurants to offer options that break dietary guidelines. Luckily, in the case with Chipotle, they list all of their ingredients and their nutrition facts online, allowing you to make a more informed decision next time you create your burrito. So here are my final thoughts. We eat out for a variety of different reasons. Community, convenience, and novelty are just a few. And if we are eating out, it's obviously better to choose healthier restaurants and more nutritious meals. I enjoy Original Grain, Core Life Eatery, and Chipotle. I eat out about every week, and I enjoy these restaurants over many others. But it's important to not be fooled. Restaurants cater to a large audience whose primary determinant of satisfaction is taste. Even healthy restaurants are required to sneak in healthy ingredients like sugar, salt, and fat to bring back customers. The only true way to meet and exceed nutritional guidelines is to eat at home. Cook, prep, and make whole food, plant-based options whenever possible. That way you know every ingredient and cooking method. That way you can eat the most nutritious meals for health excellence. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're looking for healthy recipes that meet these recommendations, sign up for my weekly newsletter. I include those along with the 3 most important things that I've read, watched, or listened to within the past week. If you're interested in signing up with that, there's a link down in the description. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.